Hey guys, it is Brandi Thomas, and I am coming to you today just to do a quick video to tell you how and why I got started in network marketing, MLM, direct sales, um, home-based business in general. Um, I guess I should start by telling you just a little bit about me. And some of you who are following me, who are subscribed to my page, might already know my story. But for those of you who are watching me or seeing me for the very first time, again, my name is Brandi Thomas, and I am a wife and I am a mother, 11 wonderful children. 7 of them are biological children, and 4 of them are my bonus babies. 9 of our children live at home with us, and the other 2 are grown and they live away from home. So, uh, having 11 children is a lot of fun, but as you can imagine, it's a lot of work. And our children depend on us for their needs. So, with that being said, their needs include finances, obviously. They need shoes, clothes, food. So those are things that we don't even have to talk about. But when you have a lot of children, they also require a lot of time, a lot of care. My children range from age 23 down to 1. When my 1-year-old was born, he was born premature. He was 3 months premature. And when he was 2 weeks old, they looked at my baby in his isolette and they made a determination to test him for a very specific birth defect. And I got a call when he was 2 weeks old, was not notified that he was being tested at all, but I got a call. I was sitting here in my office. My husband was here. I went out to get the phone. I came back and they were telling me that baby had tested positive for trisomy 21. So when I first hear the doctor say that, the first thing in my mind is, oh, they had the wrong baby, because they would always mix my baby up with 2 other baby Thomases that they had in the nursery. So we would always have to clarify which baby. So the doctor proceeds to say, no, 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 this is the right baby. And so he wanted us to come in. So that's just a little bit about um, the needs of my children. So you can imagine he has needs. He sees 4 therapists a week. So it is imperative that I am home with my children. I am here if they forget their lunch. I'm here whenever they need me, and I am happy to do that. I am happy to be their mom. I lost my name years ago. I became Brandon's mom, then I became Brian's mom. I'm Kaylin's mom. I'm Anthony's mom. I'm AJ's mom. I'm this kid and mom. That's my name. So I'm happy to do that, and I see how my children benefit from me being at home. But I want to take you a little bit further back to when I first made the decision to join network marketing. Okay, so when I was a teenager, I want to say my very late teens, maybe 19, 18, 19, somewhere around there. A dear friend of mine, invited me to this meeting. And I really didn't know what it was about. She just said, "Come out, support me. I want to show you something." And I was like, "Okay, she's my good friend." So I showed up in Country Club Hills, and it was in a big, beautiful home. And there was a presentation done in the basement of this beautiful home. And there were 2 energetic women. I believe they were both doctors. And they did this presentation. And it was amazing. The products were amazing. And I thought it was wonderful, but I I didn't join. I did not even support my friend. And if I had a regret, that would be one of them. Okay. So moving forward, and I didn't have any children at the time, and moving forward, I had my first son. I was 21 when I had my first son, and I remember I was in my house and I was cleaning and I was pregnant at the time, and I was in the bathroom and I had sprayed, two or three different chemicals in the bathroom, and I was just kind of letting it sit. And I remember I was passing out because of all of the fumes of these products. And that's when I had my first experience with bad chemicals. Now I'm going to tie all this in a moment, but so that just got me to thinking. When you have an experience like that, I was pregnant, I had a little one at home, and I'm in the bathroom and I'm getting ready to pass out. That could have been the worst thing, right? So fast forward, I have probably at this point that was in 2001 that happened. So I'm fast forwarding to 2009. Okay. This is after the stock market crashed. Right before the stock market crashed, I was living in a beautiful suburb called Orland Park, Illinois, in a mini mansion. My home was about $750,000, and we were enjoying, I want to say almost, I think we were at 4,000 square feet of living space. At that time, there were four children living at home with us, and life was really good. I had not one complaint in the world. It was wonderful. And then the stock market crash happened, and I went from living in that home to living in a 6 to 800 square foot shack. That's what I called it, and that was being nice. We really, I mean, I won't say we hit rock bottom because I don't believe that God would ever let me hit rock bottom. That's just my positive thinking. But we were really pretty darn close to it in my estimation. And I went into a sort of depression at that time. And like I said, we went from Orland, this big beautiful home. We had four children at home to living in this shack. And then three of my bonus babies came to live with us. They came to live with us because of, reasons beyond our control. And that was fine, but it was very sudden. It happened very quickly. So we went from being a family of six living in a shack to being a family of nine living in a shack. And so I had to do my best to make that work. And we did. We did everything that we possibly could do to not only make the best of that situation, but to try to get out of that situation. But I have to be honest, at that point, like I said, I went into a depression of sorts, and I began to be very, very prayerful. And that's when I began to fast and pray and just seek the Lord and just ask Him question after question. And it was then that I asked Him to help me to find something that I could do from home that would contribute to my family's income. And guys, I know, it's too late to tell me anything like God is not real, because literally I'll never forget this day. I went to the beauty supply store and it was right before Mother's Day. And I went to the beauty supply store with my mother and we were shopping, and I was standing there and I didn't even feel anything behind me. But a woman, she was right behind me and she got so close that she was able to touch me. And I turned around, she said, "Excuse me," and she was handing me a flyer. She says, "Do you or anyone um, need to find a way to make more money at home," or something to that effect. It was very close to what she said. And it was the very prayer that I had just prayed. And so I promptly said, "Yes, me." And I took her card, she took my number, we got in touch, and we met. We met I want to say a couple of days after that. And I remember my husband, we met, me and this young lady, her name was Carolyn. We met and she, began to show me a presentation. And you would never believe that the same presentation that I watched 9 years prior to this was the very same presentation that this lady was showing me. And I didn't even let her finish because I knew the products. I knew that I wanted them. I knew that I had a need for them at that point. And I remembered the day in the bathroom when I was using these chemicals and I almost passed out. And this company, guys, was called Melaleuca, and their products were well known for being environmentally safe, but also all natural and safe for people and pets. So basically, it was a situation where if your kids got into the products, they would maybe get a tummy ache and poop and they would be fine. So that idea was wonderful and amazing. And it was wonderful and amazing when I was 19 years old. The only difference was I was not ready. It wasn't good timing for me. I didn't have any children. It didn't have any value for me at that time. Not enough for me to say yes. Plus I was working, I was making really good money, so I didn't need any extra money. I was a single woman. I would make my rent in one week. So so now I understand that sometimes when people say no, they're saying no, not right now, because I'm living proof of that, because I wasn't ready at 19, but here I am 9 years later. I have seven or eight. Do we have 8 children in the house? Yeah, we had 7 children in the house, but we had 8 children total. So now I'm all in. The only problem is money was tight, right? And so I was at home, I was talking to my husband, I'm sitting in the shack, and my husband says, "Babe, what do you want for Mother's Day?" And in my heart, I'm thinking, I don't want anything because, we need to have our money invested in our family. But I said to him, all I want is the money to invest in this company, in this business. And he said, okay, if that's all you want, that's fine. So I got enrolled, and guys, I just I just got enrolled. I bought the products, I used the products, I love the products, and I just didn't do the business. I didn't have I don't know what it was. I just didn't do the business. So I would talk to my upline, my sponsor, and she would, try to get me engaged and keep me engaged. But the truth of the matter was, I was not hurting enough. There wasn't enough pain for me to get up off that nail. Even though I felt like we were in a slump, I think I felt like we were going to come out of it because we always, was able to make money and make it in large amounts. And, I just knew that we were going to be okay. So that might have been part of the reason, but I just did not work the business. And I stayed in the company for a long time. And so after that, I finally quit the company and I stopped buying the products. And I was introduced, now we were fast forwarding some time. I was introduced after we moved out of the shack. So I was introduced to another company, and it was called Rodan and Fields. And again, another situation where love the products, love the idea, compensation plan seemed wonderful, and timing. At the time that I was introduced to this company, I was pregnant. and I had really, really terrible morning sickness. And I remember just feeling like a walking zombie. Actually, I wasn't even a walking zombie. I could barely get out of bed. I think I was bedbound for about 6 weeks. It was that bad. And this was right at the time that I was introduced to the company. And I remember calling the company. Now I enrolled. I got started, I want to say, for like $1,500. I enrolled and I never used the product. I called the nurse at the company at Rodan and Fields, and she told me, she said, you know what, if you're pregnant, don't use the product because we don't really test in pregnant women. And she said one particular ingredient, I just don't want you exposed to, just to be careful. And and I understood. And I never used the product and I didn't do the business because I really was not in any condition to do the business. I wasn't in any condition to do anything. I mean, my poor husband, he was really going through it. So I want to fast forward a little bit more. So that might have been the third company that I was exposed to because I think the next one that I was exposed to was North American Power, which was an energy company. I believe it was light and gas, but gas was only eligible in certain areas. But I did. All you had to do was switch your service to North American Power, and you could get savings on your light bill. I'm sure most of you have heard some type of deal like this. And you can build a business, and you can get other people to switch their service. So this was a no-brainer, right? It's free to join. All you got to do is get other people to join, and you get paid every time they pay their light bill, right? Simple, right? So easy to do. But the flip side is it's so easy not to do. I just enjoyed the savings. My light bill went down. I was happy with that. I did not work the business. Okay. So that was the second. Rodan and Field was the third. Okay. So are you noticing a trend here, guys? I'm joining companies, I'm buying the products, I'm not working the business. Okay. So then I was introduced to, I want to say it was total life changes. Total life changes I was introduced to. And at this time, I was also pregnant, but I was only 10 days pregnant. So if that makes a difference, I was only like, well, I might not have been pregnant when I was introduced. By the time I had my first presentation, um, I was 10 days pregnant. And don't ask me how I know that, but I was 10 days pregnant. And I remember that I did not join first. I agreed to host a party at my home. And my cousin who introduced me, she did the presentation, and I just got up and I told my guests, why I was entertaining this. And my why at the time was because my mother, whom I love, was experiencing so many different health issues that I heard so many things that were beneficial to her. So I was just thinking in my head, oh, wow, if I can get my mom on these products and she can feel better, that would be so great because she had just moved an hour away from me and my brother was worried. And, I will admit I had my own concerns, but at the end of the day, my mom has always been a capable and strong woman. But I just thought if I can join this company, I can get my mother these products and she will support me and she can feel better. And so I ended up having customers at my party and I wasn't even enrolled yet. So I had to hurry up and enroll. They enrolled or they placed orders under me. I was able to make a commission check that day. So I was sold on the products. I became sold on the compensation plan because I was making money that first day. So when people tell you, oh, you can make money right away, I mean, I'm living proof of that. I made money literally the first day. Now, you don't get paid that day, but I did. I made money. And my first commission check after joining the business wasn't just on those two people because I actually I posted my link online or something happened where somebody got a hold to my link and they just went and placed an order under on my link. And so I ended up, my first check was actually $123. So that was really exciting. And now you can imagine I'm trying to work the business, right? But I'm not taking the products. So I had to put my husband on the products, which I saw him losing weight and just I saw the products working on him. So I got to see it firsthand. I didn't take the products because I was pregnant, and obviously nothing is tested in pregnant women. And even though all the products were all natural, you just never, you just don't want to be too careful because these are your babies that you know, you're dealing with. So I let my husband try the products. I began to market online, and I actually got some leads. I got some customers. I had a lady from, I think she was from Maryland. Yeah, she was from Maryland. I woke up and I had money, commission, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know this lady. And I began to, email with her. So guys, it got really exciting. So this was a company that not only, could help my mother and I was making money right away. I just was really, really, really excited about it. And so I began to work the business, like I said. And after the morning sickness started, I began to lull off. And I had started a team. I had a team going. I had about 21 people on my team. But then the morning sickness started. And you guys, if you don't know about network marketing, you really have to keep your team engaged. So I ended up losing my team. I had the baby, nursed, going through the whole process again. And I thought, okay, well, I had the baby. I'm done nursing, and I got pregnant again. So that's exactly how it went. So in the interim of all of this, I was actually, because when you'll find when you're open to opportunities, more opportunities come to you. So in the interim, when I was, between having all these babies and, trying to work my business and all the ups and downs, I was introduced to some more companies that I thought were really, really good. And one in particular, and it's mention worthy, is the Inspire Network Now We Know movement, which is the Cherish sanitary napkins. And so I honestly, I made myself a promise that I wouldn't do any other business until I got to $2,000 a week with Total Life Changes. But when I saw this product and I wanted to be a part of the company. So I am a customer and I'm also a distributor of the Cherish pads from Inspire Network, but I don't promote it as much as I do the Total Life Changes products. And guys, I have to be honest, my why for joining network marketing was so that I could earn money from home. Okay, that was my why for joining network marketing because I knew I didn't want to go outside of the home and work. But my why for joining Total Life Changes was to change the health and the mobility of my mother. And I'm happy to say it happened. My mother got on the products and she did wonderful. I saw her health get better. I saw her come off of blood pressure medicines. I saw her become more stable on her feet. I just saw so many changes in my mother that it just, no one could have torn me away from Total Life Changes. And then on top of that, guys, when you join network marketing, this was my experience, and I don't know what other marketers experience, but I hear wonderful stories like I'm getting ready to tell you. The people that you meet are like minded and some of the most wonderful people I've ever met in my life. They are so full of energy and they are so positive and they just want to make a difference in the world. And that has always been my mission in life, is to always be a blessing and never a burden to all those whose lives I touch. That was my mission statement from age, I want to say, I was either 11 or 12 years old when my teacher asked us to write our mission statement. And that was my mission statement at a very young age. So, guys, I love the whole world of network marketing. I would never badmouth a network marketing company or opportunity unless, the leadership was, not for the people. But I think network marketing as a whole, the industry as a whole, is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And I say that because, and this is another why, network marketing in and of itself creates more millionaires than professional sports. Think about that. All the professional athletes you see, all of them are not millionaires. Network marketing allows someone to start, oh my goodness, to start with a low investment. And when I say a low investment, you think about a traditional brick and mortar store. You have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to open up a store. You have to have inventory. You have to keep track. You have to hire an accountant. There's so much that goes into that. When you join network marketing, you start with maybe $1,500, $2,000, $5,000. That is minuscule compared to what you would have to pay in another business to grow your business to $1 million. I have literally seen people around me, literally people that I know that I could call up on the phone right now, go from $1,500 investment to making $1 million a year. $1 million a year. And the person that I'm talking about actually laughs at me because we started, I want to say, um, 6 months apart. He started 6 months earlier than I did. The only difference was he laughed at me. He said, "You kept having babies," and he kept doing the business. I kept having babies. He kept doing the business, and he laughs at me. But we're good friends. Me and his wife are wonderful friends, and they're actually wonderful mentors for me. And so this business, this industry allows people to go from, literally, you can go from zero to $1 million in a year. But let's say you only did half of what they did. You could go from zero to 500,000. But let's say you didn't even do that. Let's say you got that half right. You could go from zero. You could go to from zero to $250,000 a year, or zero to 50,000. How many of you would just like to earn an additional, I don't know, $15,000 a year? That would be a vacation. That would pay some bills. That would take some pressure off of you. So, guys, I am just so grateful that I found the industry of network marketing, and it allowed me, once I got serious, once I understood how the compensation plans work, once I really decided that I was going to work on me and get some of that crap out of my head, get those distractions and excuses out of my head. Once I decided to do that, when I found Total Life Changes, it became so easy. It became like breathing to share with people. I run across people who say, I don't like to sell. I'm terrible at selling. And they will literally stand there and sell me on the fact that they're not good at selling. And it's hilarious because I tell them, I don't sell anybody anything. I share. I share with you. People ask me, "Brandi, how did you lose 35 pounds?" I lost 35 pounds using Total Life Changes products. So that's okay. I show my before and after pictures on social media, and my phone started ringing. People started, commenting. And so that is sharing. I didn't have to sell. The products sell themselves. And so, guys, I just wanted to do this video for all of you who are thinking about, earning additional money from home, but you just don't know how. You're leery, you're afraid, you don't know who to trust or what to trust. Guys, I would never sell my soul to the devil for a couple of dollars or any company or any man. I love the Lord. I love people. My mission is to help people. And so if you are, if you're involved in a company already and you just need counsel, I don't try to cross, um, uh, what is it, cross recruit. If you are happy with your company and you just want to talk about the experience, I'm here. Yeah, I mean, I love for people to reach out to me. If you want to look at my opportunity in Total Life Changes, or maybe you want to hear more about the Now We Know movement, the Cherish Pets, and how they are um, becoming more and more relevant and more necessary for our women and our young girls. So, guys, if you are curious, if you just want to know what I really, really do, just reach out to me. I have no problem with helping people who want to do better, who want to be better, whether that's in your health, whether that's in your finances, whether that's in self development. Guys, I am here because I want to be a blessing to people. And that is why I'm sharing my story. I'm sharing my why. And now I think about working outside of the home, and it's just like, no way. I wouldn't do it in a million years. I've been able to be home with my children for 18 years now, and I would not trade a minute of it. Even though they test me, I love when I hear my children talking. I love to hear my children laughing. I love to hear them playing. We just literally finished a game of Family Uno, and it's amazing. And I know that it's a blessing for me to be at home. And it's even more of a blessing for me to be at home with my children and to be able to earn a passive residual income from home. The opportunity to do that has been amazing. And so, guys, I'm not going to keep you any longer. That is what I wanted to share with you, the why and how I got started in home based business. And so, if you are interested in earning a passive residual income, if you want to see how I'm doing that, please reach out to me. I will try to post my um, link underneath me. I'll put my information in there. Excuse me. I'll put my information in there so you can get it. Excuse me. Um, but that is all I have for you. And so I hope it has brought you value. I hope that you found something that you needed in this recording. If you find value in my videos, I ask that you would please share them and also subscribe to my YouTube page. And until we talk again, I am Brandi Thomas. You be blessed.